Caitlyn, Lucian were the three I think that you're thinking, okay, I crush no matter what that support pick is going to be. And the Corki is just the safest one, especially trying to deal with Scat of the Weeks and trying.
As far as that particular expansion is concerned, but I know that Achilles has been playing it. We are now going to have a look at this dragon being taken. Lucy going to be lit on fire here by Apollo as the dash away, no flash invested, but it does mean that they're not going to be able to get on over and take out this dragon. So Bro going to be able to start that stacking once again here in this game.
Here with this dragon, with a comp like this, just getting one dragon alone makes me feel amazing. And this is where I was saying Bro still got one fight. You know, this is not like a disaster situation. They can maybe win a fight, but if they just simply give up objectives like this, then Syndra is happy to eat vision. I mean, look at the vision Dplus have over this Herald. The entry point here, like Beryl is a ward himself, might be too deep.
Yeah, Lucid going forward. Deathmark is going to connect there, but he was tanking the turret. And the Deathmark not really doing too much, as Beryl is likely just dead. He is. That is going to be first blood going down here at 16 minutes and 48 seconds. So not breaking any...
Paulo TP's back in with his unsealed spellbook. They should be able to get this objective.
But it's very tanky. It's a Mount Drake, right? As a Magnus Storm onto a solo Showmaker, doesn't have flashes. He just used it to try to escape. And so he's just dead. Morgan comes in and says, that looks like a meal. Didn't actually have feast, so doesn't get a stack for it, but still they just take down the Syndra and then get the dragon for themselves. And this is exactly the timing that Bro needed, right? This is where they're hitting their spikes and they're making DK sweat for it as there's the knock up onto Shiu. He is kind of happy to be the target. As you can see, he's still got 50% of his health bar. Not too worried about being lit on fire as DK still wanting to stand their ground and find something as Lucid will catch Polu.
This is a choke point.
Yeah, in goes Croco now is aiming in a bit of trouble. That's a great cue from Shiu to try and lock him down, but Beryl trying to get out of there. Tibbet coming on down as well as Beryl's still walking, but not for much longer. Down he goes. Closer grabs that one, and that is, if there were more feats to be gathered, the feats of warfare to come on through as well as a teleport in immediate rupture. Showmaker, why are you dead? That was not what you wanted to see. It is the Scion getting a kill back, and now Lucid does find the backline and takes down the Annie. But now Shiu going to be turned into a zombie and is going to, yeah, just chase them down. The Pros really performing well in that last fight and making themselves a decent gold advantage deficit. Well, it's another Otacon start here, down to 4k health as DK will make it to the area. Polo just dies. That is about it. It is going to be the feast for Morgan, though, to lock down the Otacon, but now, can they stay alive? That's the question. Morgan is absolutely massive and does have the rest of the team behind him. That's a big old knock up there as she also finding one. And yeah, Morgan just rupturing, yelling at them, and is taking so long to go down. Finally, he does as the Dawning Shadow to keep DK alive, but there is still a turret here to get the Pros out. And Hype still taking a fair bit there as the Shadow does go down. We get a big old zoom in as the Shurikens don't quite find the angle. 5 members of DK, low health bars, and down goes Showmaker. Question mark pings all over my brain after that one, as she also just going to be rocketed. It's a double for Hype in this bottom lane.
Paulu's back too. Lucid's got to get out of here.
Yeah, he will be able to do so. Does have those shadows.
Dplus could have also just walked away. And then Closer dodges here, and Hype sitting at 3/4 of his health bar, plus the turret is going to help out here. Makes the clutch play to punish Syndra, knows exactly the angle Showmaker is trying to take, and unfortunately, Shiu also under turret aggro, so Hype picks up tons of money on the play. And this already is a scaled up Cho'Gath with 8 beast stacks, and Shiu is not able to compete as a frontliner here in this composition because, and I do feel like they should be able to secure this. They're playing it patiently now. Showmaker on vision. That is going to be potentially a target as they look for Beryl instead.
Yeah, he shows them the door, but he's still going to be taking a fair bit. Scatter not really doing too much there as Apollo getting taken down very, very low. Shurikens coming in, and now Morgan moving up with about 4 billion health.
This is greedy, bro. You just used everything on a Braum. I don't know about this.
And also Polu, not really going to be able to engage without sacrificing himself immediately. That health bar is just not very large as Lucid skirting around the fight. Force of will onto Tibbers. There's a big knock up there from Morgan, though. Magnus Storm does find them, and the flash out is attempted there from Showmaker, but he still just gets nommed down. They take out Hype, though. Lucid soon to follow, and oh my god, this guy is just so big. Morgan, of course, is who I'm talking about, but still the fight is very even. Croco now fighting Beryl and aiming. And the zombie Scion comes down. Will take some money there for killing the Tibbers, but the rest of Dplus will back away. and Aiming and Beryl just not quite able to fight through that front line.
It looked so rough for Bro on the outset, but the engage there, pushing back Showmaker.
As DK well and truly on the back foot at this point in time. Morgan lumbering over, and there's the Magnet Storm. Lucid just yelled at, will get taken down. Croco taking a bit of damage here off the outset as the Scat of the Week will connect as well.
They can just go for the Baron here potentially. Like this is not even Feast used.
Why does he have so much health? It is just insane.
I mean, at this point, you just walk towards Baron and say good luck. Close it caught though.
Yeah, that is going to be a Dark Sphere down as well, as Tibbers will distract them momentarily. Teleport comes in. They are on this Baron.
Follow on the angle.
If they're given any more time, this is just going to explode. There is no smite. DK gonna have to kill them if they don't want them to take this, as there is the engage from Polo. Doesn't have the Magnet Storm anymore, but they will be able to take down this Baron. Decent knock up there from Shiu as they take out the Rel. Tibbers goes down as well. Morgan is almost, he's flashing forward. This guy is an absolute insane person, and he takes down Showmaker to start off the fight. I guess he's still got a regular champion's health bar. It just doesn't look like that because he's missing about 7 regular champions.
So massive. With Baron here for Bro, the siege is kind of insane. Wow. Morgan is on 10 stacks. We haven't seen a Cho'Gath this big in years.
Yeah, that Demolish proc did about 40 bajillion damage to that turret, and it is now just dead.
Jack shows with Mountain Soul potentially here in 40 seconds. Damage, wear down a tank.
I mean, unfortunately, Showmaker is just not having the greatest of games thus far, as Bro looking for a fight here, is Aiming, wanting to stay safe. Beryl, he's not going to be able to do that. Tibbers is now zoning away the rest of them. Shiu goes in. Can he get out, though, is the question, as Flash is up, but he had no way to really use it.
Morgan didn't even want to feast, he wants to save it. He was trying to give him Uber Eats there. Atlas, he was like, I'm coming to you.
Oh no, he wants another one. That Scat of the Week was fantastic though, as the Audacious Charge came in. I just don't think it's going to do anything, as this turret is going to explode, and the base will be broken open on this Baron push. The Rebel Baron power play sitting at 4.5k for the Bros, and they're looking to make it 3 games here in their first time out, round 3. Rise group we thought would be dominated by DK. But the Bros are looking to battle it back here as a second inhibitor will go down. And I have a feeling that this lead is definitely going to be enough for the Bros, as Hype does get scattered. And maybe they're overstaying, but no, it looks like this inhibitor will go down. Lucid on a flank angle, but he's a Zed. I mean, what is he going to do? The flash scatter does come in there, as Closer is also tagged now. Croco looking for an angle. Beryl stands beside them, but once again, it is Showmaker taking a nap, and that might be for the last time in this game, as the Nexus could just be put down. The Scion has respawned, as in goes Lucid to find an angle, but the Dawning Shadow doesn't get anything. The Bros continue to just make their way out. They're like, just let us go, guys.
Yeah,
do you want us to kill you again?
Morgan's got a Mountain Soul to eat.
Well, the train is going to leave the station, but remember, the rest of them have to get past the Cho'Gath, and that is going to be so hard. Lucid gets into the backline with the death mark, but then he just explodes. The knock-up is there from the 3-talon strike out of Croco, and now Beryl going to get chopped up as well. And I think DK, they know that the way out of this series is through a game 3, and that is precisely what Bro are going to give them, as Polo is diving forward once again. Shiu does manage to help take him down, but that is a worthy sacrifice, as the zombie will come on out, and Shiu is well and truly dead. Another scatter here as Showmaker has come out of the death chamber, possibly to go back in again, as it's one Nexus turret left for Bro to take down. Tibbers being thrown around like a rag doll, but even Tibbers is having a pretty good game so far. And yes, I think the Cinder is not going to be enough to defend here, as Morgan is almost down to another 1,000 hit points. Oh wait, maybe he's going to die. There we go. That's a bunch of money over to Aiming that he will maybe be able to spend next game. There this one goes.